Howdy there, folks, and we are back. We are somehow back. We are at war with Germany. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I realized we can actually build the next level of dreadnoughts, but most of my fleet is being repaired right now because we had a bit of a few, fights, and yeah, they're trying to finish some of the fleet, and I didn't plan all this really well. But yeah, we're doing our best. It looks like the Germans are probably gonna take Denmark. That is in their backyard. They can force project there all day long. I am not gonna be able to do anything about that. I'm sorry. But yeah, last time around we were talking about power projection. Well, really, no. Okay, let me back up. There's a movie I need you to watch. The movie is called A Face in the Crowd. It's a really good movie. Anyone who wants to become a YouTuber or a streamer or influencer or whatever, I recommend they watch this movie, A Face in the Crowd. Really, really good movie. It has a young Walter Matthau in it. Has there's a lot of young faces in it. You know, you're gonna suddenly sit there and go like, oh my God, they're so young, but anyways, the core of the movie is very good because it speaks to how very quickly someone can become an unintentional parody of the person they intended to be. All through just a little fame and maneuvering and all that. By the way, battleships, battlecruisers versus everything else. Yeah, I need to flatten them. I think what I need to do... this is the retirement squadron. Because I got the Von Muffenbeard. Okay. And then I have... yeah, Von Muffenbeard in the back here. Like, yay, YOLO. Jesus Christ. Alright, so what we have to do is I have to try to force a fleet action. We are limited to 18 knots because the Von Muffenbeard can't do more than that. So I'm going to force a fleet action and see what I can do. But yeah, so go watch that movie, A Face in the Crowd. You could probably find it for pretty cheap out there. I'm not saying you should Yarhar it or whatever, but really good movie that kind of touches on the stuff I'm talking about. So my grandfather, before he died, gave me this piece of advice, which is pretty much how I run my YouTube channel. And not only just my YouTube channel, but the charity stuff and the writing and the RPGs and the podcast and everything I touch. So let's just put all that in a bucket and call that the content creator bucket, right? My grandfather gave me this piece of advice where he said, do a goddamn good job for $1 million. Don't do a shit... well, no. Do a goddamn good job for 100. Don't do a shit job for $1 million. More or less. And I'm paraphrasing. I've said different numbers. It's all hyperbole. Don't worry. In short, don't try to sell out and become as big as you can, as quick as you can, to do all the things. There's a reason why Icarus is a warning story. Don't try to fly too high. I have reminded people on the Patreon so many times that I see myself as a man who makes sandcastles. I make sandcastles. I am from dirt. I play with dirt. I make sandcastles. I make sandcastles between the waves. The waves are going to be there no matter what I do. Whether I make those sandcastles or not. Whether I make them good or not. The waves are there. And I am content to make sandcastles between the waves. A lot of people get into this content stuff. Oh my God, look at that. Weight of fire. Jesus Christ. Oh no. The intensity. It's over 9,000! Good Lord. My poor crew. Step on it, Tuvok. Oh my God. Sandblasting. Look at this poor ship. Look at it. Jesus fuckowitz. Good God. Holy shit. Alright, so, I'm not gonna go in there. I think that going in there is a bad idea. What do you think? I think going in there is a very bad idea. I think we need to, continue on the path we are on, and to, withdraw, right? Holy shit, that's a wake-up call. That's like getting punched in the taint. My God. But yeah, in short, I'm a guy who makes sandcastles between the crashing of the waves, right? So, I realized that if you have this aim to rise as high as the sky can go, if you have this aim to go for the horizon and the horizon beyond that and the horizon beyond that, regardless of the cost, you're not going to have a good time. And I'll be honest, you're not going to like who you become in the process of that. A lot of people in this internet of things think that being an influencer is the best thing in the world, and I don't think so. I'm not a people person. I've been invited many times to show up at conventions, to headline conventions, to be on panels, to talk about stuff. And I say no. I'm not a people person. I will try to send people on my team. I will say, would you take a proxy? Would you take someone on my... And they always say no, we want text. And I'm like, yeah, that's a problem. I'm not a people person. I really don't do crowds. I'm fairly reserved, fairly quiet. Not that interesting. Not that interesting as a human being. And I keep trying to remind people that, again, I just make sandcastles. So, while a lot of content creators will go out there and try to reach the greatest number of people in every possible circumstance, at every possible time, to try to hearken to the greatest possible audience of all time for all reason, I won't. I will literally never do that. Because I've seen what that does to content creators. It's like winning the lottery. Did you know that most people who win the lottery end up bankrupt? Do you know that most people who win the lottery end up gaining a lot of weight? Developing all sorts of psychiatric conditions? All sorts of problems in their life. They end up having their families collapse. They end up having their loved ones no longer be their loved ones. They end up with all these trust issues and stuff. It would have been better if they didn't have the money, or the fame, or whatever. And I feel that that is the danger. That is the danger of being a content creator or being anything like this. Because the internet can very easily put you on that pedestal and put you under that microscope and make you feel like you're a million miles tall and that you're important and that you shape the world. And I try to remind people I'm a nobody. I'm from nowhere, and I'm not that interesting. So, when I talk about reach, a lot of content creators will try to reach the biggest, largest, widest, whatever, so they can have the things that YouTube shows them. The big giant car, the big giant house, the yachts, the giant estate with a giant lawn, and you know, like a bunch of little dogs that all they do is bark and shake because they're nervous. That's all they can do, right? And that's what you got. You've got all these trophies for your collection to walk through life. But I'm gonna be honest with you. None of that shit is worth it. Literally none of that shit is worth it. None of that shit is worth it. None of it. None of it is worth it. Because I've never met someone who had all of those fine things and was happy. I never met anyone who had any of those fine things and said, oh man, thank God I have this really big boat, you know? Most of them are like, oh, that fucking boat. That boat is a pain in the ass. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my audio settings. I know that's not very professional, but this game just sneaks up on you. Especially with like 8 million rounds a minute. Holy shit. These guys don't fuck around. Look at that. Look at that 2.5 inch gun. Look at that shit. Yeah, no wonder that guy burst into flames. I mean, these guys are just flinging it at me, and I'm just trying to leave. I don't want him to kill the muffin beard. Man, I tried to keep that bitch alive for so long. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bank over. I'm gonna try to take out some of these heavy cruisers. Because their destroyers are absolutely heinous. And this game has gotten harder as time goes on. But yeah, like, when it comes down to fame or whatever, I try to tell people, build your audience. The people who show up, who like you, for you being at your most truthful, at your most earnest, for you being genuinely who you are. Find the people who show up and care for you as you are and help you to be a better person. Find those people. Do content for those people who genuinely appreciate the weird shit you do, the fun stuff you do, for the reasons you do it, and nobody else. And if there's only 100 of those people in this world, that's okay. You can absolutely be okay with that. I mean, sure, you may not make a living off of it, right? I don't make a living off of this shit. And that's okay. You may not make a living off of it. But it might pay for itself. You know, if you're an artist and you paint, you might be in a situation where all of a sudden, man, I'm losing a battleship to that just insane, incessant, constant gunfire. These guys really got it going on. They have almost gone out of ammo for all their subcaliber guns. I don't know what kind of crack they've been smoking, but I need some. Good Lord. I mean, my guys are seasoned. I'm just telling them, you know what, like, swing for the fences, boys. There is no reason to hold back now. Muffin Beard, son, you are out of, you have no more ammo left. 9-inch guns are empty. God damn it. This may be a total loss. I'm scared now. Yeah, the German High Seas Fleet came out and they did what Tirpitz said they could. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. But yeah, like, if you're an artist and you draw something that 100 people are willing to support $5 a month for, that's $500 a month. That might allow you to actually get a website for your art and have some knickknacks that you can sell to those people and sell prints that people like, and that will allow you to then cover expenses of, like, putting together a book of your art and drawing and supplies. And then it self-feeds itself. It's self-perpetuating, which is good. That's what art should be. It should self-feed itself. And that's what I feel like the BPL has done. And that's why I push so hard, guys. I push so fucking hard for the charity angle. Because I feel so privileged. I feel so incredibly privileged. Like, I'm a nobody from nowhere. And I feel so incredibly privileged that I'm allowed to do this stuff. And so when I can look over and realize, shit, we've raised $500,000 for charity across all these various things. We saved like a guy's leg. We saved George Ludu's house. We saved another guy's house. We, saved Poltava, Ukraine. We saved all of these things. We just kept going and going and going and going and going and just saving all sorts of shit. And we tried to buy Albania's Air Force. Sure, that happened. But, it's been a wild ride. And maybe it's just me being 40. Maybe it's me looking back, with a certain amount of wistfulness. They're going after the muffin beard. I'm so sad. They're gonna kill my boy. Which means this has to be now a forever war where I attrition them to death. Because they killed my boy, the muffin beard. Do you know the Muffin Man? That's what people will say instead of remember the Maine, to hell with Spain. Do you know the Muffin Man? People will say that. That will be like on shirts and on flags. Do you know the Muffin Man? And then we burn Germany down. Yeah. Do you know the Muffin Man? I knew him. He was a good man. Brave ship, the Muffin Beard. Alright, so, where was I? Oh, yeah. Anyways, when it comes down to charity and all that, I feel the need to do charity because I feel so absolutely blessed to even have the ability to do any of this, to make any of this happen, to make any of this shit happen. And it's been a crazy odyssey. I'm just a shit poster. But along the ways, I've helped so many artists get started in art. I've helped so many other people get started in film and editing and production and all of these magical things. And we've made videos, and we've even helped, correct history with the Dr. Christmas thing. It's magical. And so, the other day, I had somebody who reached out to me, and they said, Tex, don't you feel bad that you never reached the front page of YouTube, or never made, your golden plaque, or you never did blah, 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 after doing this for 10 years? And I look at all of the things I did. I look at all of the things I did over the years. All the lives I've touched, and all the people I've helped, and all the charities we've done. And I'm like, who needs a fucking shitty plated golden plaque? That's not even real gold. I'm sure that's titanium nitride. When my YouTube plaque came, I thought it was an ashtray. It is very, very, very low rent. So what I'm saying is, guys, when it comes down to making stuff, do it for the right reasons. Do it because you like it. Do it because you like helping people. Do it because you like being weird. And help your friends. If you can't do this with the esteem and the approval of your friends as you do it, you have failed. If you cannot do this with the esteem and approval of your friends, you have failed. If you cannot make something and share it with others, you have failed. If it requires the sacrifice of friendships and all this other stuff, you have failed. No, don't do it. It is better to have a smaller crowd you care for, hands down 10 times out of 10, than to try to reach the world and to make something that is boring, that nobody cares about. We live in a disposable age, but you don't have to be disposable. Anyways, off my soapbox. I can't wait to, I'm not going to watch them kill my boy. I'm going to let, if they kill it or not, whatever, Muffin Beard sank. I need to get up. That is emotionally draining. I need to get up. Huts, can we get a memorial?
Will my heart ever find its way back home? Will the tears that I saved for years take hold? These streets that once were paved in gold are letting memories
destroyed our museum ship. This aggression will not stand. This aggression will not stand. I'm gonna take German Portugal the best I can, actually. Boy, oh, where'd all my guys go? Low crew. Fuck. Do we not have the crew to actually recrew these things? We have to go out and find people. God damn it. All right, tell you what. All you guys in the Philippines, yeah, just mothball the ships. That's so sad. Our Navy is a joke. All right, now that we have some crew. Okay, get to sea. Get to sea. Jesus Christ. This is embarrassing. All right. Yeah. So most of our Navy is in pieces. We got a few guys in Copenhagen that can, like, maybe get out there and stop them, but the German high seas fleet is no joke. They are definitely in a position to do something, and I wanna beat them up. I do, because they poked my boy, and that's not right. And I need to design a new ship now. That'll make me feel better. And we have to try to. Oh my God, the dockyards are so full. But yeah, look, the best way I can sum this up, truthfully, I was in Legion the other day, and Boat Bomber said it best. He said he drives a 2011 Ford Focus. It's beat up. And he said, but that bitch has heated seats, so I feel rich, you know? He was like, I'm Boat Bomber. He has a way of saying stuff that's just makes me smile. Ronald Easter here, you know, just Ronald Easter here. God, man, it makes you smile when you say it. I don't know why, but yeah. So he has a beat up old car, but it's got heated seats, and it makes him feel rich. I'm much the same guy. I am much the same guy. I don't need much. I really don't need much. I don't need all this finery and stuff. So I know a lot of people go through life and they try to find a million things to do. To look or feel or be better in any which way over their peers, and certainly reach this high level, this perception of success. And I go, why? That's I have a hesitancy toward that. Why is that important? I mean, sure, money's well and good. Sure. Money's well and good. But what can you buy with it? And I'm asking because I've seen so many people in my generation just absolutely eat the wall, chasing money. Just absolutely chasing it to the end of the earth. Just chasing it for money's sake. And I mean, yeah, it's great to be able to pay your bills and to have health insurance and food and plan for the future and all that other stuff, but beyond a certain point, it just generating problems. And I've found that out. Like, I've had jobs where I literally turned them down because it wasn't worth it. They'd put me in a higher tax bracket, I'd be like, or that, or, the stress. The stress. Oh my God. Some of these jobs where they're like, oh, it'll be double your salary, but you'll be on call 24/7. You'll work a 60-hour work week minimum. And you're like, I already have an unhealthy work experience. Why are you loading me up with more, boss? And that's just how some places are, so it's best not to do it. I think Germany is beating the shit out of us. I think they are. I think that's how this is going. I think we may perhaps have found our match. You know, how the turntables, the chanclas on the other foot. Okay, so my idea is if I can get in range, which does not look likely, yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull off a Taffy 3 here, I don't think. I'd love to be able to sink one of their battleships. They have 14.6-inch guns. Oh, fuck, those guys are cool. They built a navy that's awesome. Damn it. Why didn't I do that? Yeah, I'm not trying to dissuade you guys from, like, choosing a job or a career or anything like that. I just want you guys to be aware that everything has a cost. Everything has a cost. And you have to understand that, to pay that cost may be a bit beyond your means. Because there's been plenty of times in my life where I've had more than enough money, but not enough time to do the things I wanted to do. And I've had a lot of people ask me, Tex, wouldn't you love to be a content creator? Wouldn't you love to play video games for a living? No. I like playing video games because I enjoy them. I don't want to put them in an arena where I have to do that and do it in a certain way to make money. I like having them to be that part of the break of my day where I can be a nuisance and laugh and be funny and then, go on to the job. Treating things like a job is horrifying. I never wanted to grow up. And the sad thing is, and this is true, the older I get, the more I feel like a kid wearing an adult clothing. I do not feel like I have matured at all. I do definitely feel like very immature for my age. Oh boy, here we go. Please sink. Please let me eke something out of this. I want to feel better about what I did. I want to at least send that thing back to the dockyard for a while. Oof. Ronald Easter here. Yeah, man, that is stuck in my head now. I've watched so many of Boat Bomber's videos. If you've not checked out Boat Bomber, just go onto YouTube and look, type in Boat Bomber Sky Steak. This is a true story. I was there with Boat Bomber, as was Goat and Mike, and go look that up. Boat Bomber made an amazing video of it. I tell him to make more of those. That is shit that is so unique on YouTube, and this kind of feeds back into what I'm talking about. You should be driven to be on YouTube to make crazy shit. To make crazy shit that only you want to make, and who cares who understands it? If you're happy with it and your friends are happy with it, it's good. Doom made of cardboard, another great example of that. Doom made of cardboard. YouTube doesn't know what to do with that. YouTube's like, I think that's fucking brilliant. I think it's going to take like 20 years for YouTube to wrap its head around what that is. But that's fine. Man, Germany has a huge fucking navy, a huge GDP. Yeah, they have like 6 times my GDP, and they have many times my ships. So this is going to get difficult, and I'm about to be bankrupt. So I need to scroll this down to there, and then oh man, all those gains I made on my tech budget. Oof, my ambitions. Here we go, man. So this is what it's like to be a third-rate power. Ooh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. But yeah, you should be driven to drive yourself in the direction you want. Make whatever the fuck you want to make. And have fun. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Make what you want to make. There's so much samey, bullshitty nonsense out there in this world. Just so much boring, absolutely boring nonsense. You don't have to make any of that. at all, ever. You don't. So, don't. So our victory points are almost kind of even. They are blockading me, which is not good. Because my navy is not in great shape. My shipbuilding capacity is absolutely overmatched by all the ships that broke in the first fight because they have machine guns that are the size of houses, and that is terrifying. But yeah, look, guys, when it comes down to making stuff, just start making it. Don't worry what I think. Don't worry about the rest of the world. Don't worry about all that shit. Just go out there and make stuff. Go out there and make beautiful things. All the difficulties you faced to this day have prepared you to make your masterpiece. Go out there and make something. There's nothing I can tell you beyond that. Just go out and try. And try every day. That's kind of the whole kung fu mindset of it. Is where you go out there every day and you apply your art. And you try real hard. All right, Fiora class. Let's do this. I got 2 of them. They're slightly damaged versus a much larger fleet. But, oh, and the crews are green. Great. Oh, and they outrange us, too. Fantastic. Fantastic. Please work. We're at 20 kilometers. What's the range on this? 20.5 with AP. Okay, so we are at the extreme end of our range. But I think we should probably keep it there. Just, oh yeah, we're hitting them. Fuck yeah. I think if we keep shit at the extreme end of our range, this should favor us. Yeah. We're winning this gunnery duel. Because they have many other ships that don't have that range with guns. They don't have the throw weight. We're starting to come into cruiser range now. Yeah, we knocked some holes in that battleship of theirs. Got some good hits on them, too. Oh, boy. Look at this shit. Very aggressive Navy. I hope to sink some of this German lighter cruiser fleet. I hope to. Send it to the bottom, boys. Alright, let's kill these sons of bitches. I want to kill as many of these light cruisers as possible. I mean, I put some damage on that battleship, and he's leaving. But that way to fire with their light guys? Dude, what the fuck? This is some next level what the fuck. Look at that! How can you survive that? I don't think anyone can. The Germans have discovered the E-Honda punch. Man, they are really winning this one. Holy crap. I do not know what is in those heavy cruisers, but I do not like it. German heavy cruise is scary. Lots of little 4-inch guns and lots of little 2.5-inch guns. I mean, it's crap tons of little 2.5-inch guns just constantly shooting. That's what it is. Just starting massive amounts of fire. It's probably picric acid. Me being on the other end of this does not make me happy, but it's fair. Praise Zorg. Praise Zorg! Let it be known that I burned. Witness me. All my ammo's burned up. Oh, this is rough. Ah. Man, what a rough Let's Play so far. I think this is our decline. This is the beginning of our decline. They're absolutely just wiping the floor with us. I can't peace treaty with them. I think my government may peace treaty, and at that point, that'll be the end of the Let's Play. Because, well, I ranted and raved and swung for the fences. But they were too big for me. Okay, one more big fight with our new cruisers. But yeah, in short, I think that a lot of people don't understand, but I would try to tell any content creator out there, cultivate a good audience. Like, it's better to have a few thousand people who genuinely appreciate what you do than a few 100,000 strangers who will just upvote anything. Like, you could just be like, look at my leg, upvote. Look at the sandwich I made, upvote. That has no interaction. That is just blind consumerism. It has nothing to do with what you want to do as an artist or as a creator or whatever. Like, so many people see that number of engagement and they go, that good, right? And I'm like, no, not good. Not good at all. Bad. Very bad. You need to have a sense of, well, you know what? I'm going to put all these guys in a big line. And we're just going to go at it. In a big line, you know what? And we're going to go abreast. Yeah. And northeast, there we go. But yeah, build and cultivate a group of people. Like on the Patreon, I've got a few. Well, I mean, it's a good following. I think it's like 1,000 to 2,000 people. A lot of people just give $1. Like that's the basic bit. And every week they donate, or not every week, sorry, every month they donate, and then I talk to them every week. Every week people write questions and I answer them, and we just talk about whatever, and talk about content creation and what we're working on and what we need help funding and where we are with stuff, and that's who I answer to. I mean, the YouTube stuff and all that other stuff, that's coincidental. But I think that it's important to have that sense of, do what you want to do because you want to do it. But don't do what you want to do because you have to make a number go up. I mean, I've seen so many streamers go up there where they're like, my goal is to make $150 today. If you can't afford to give me money, why are you watching? I'm like, that's terrible. That's insulting to people. Why should I give a stranger money? Because they asked for it? Because they were polite? That's basic. I would expect someone to be polite. I don't want someone to suddenly, walk up to me and expect a tip. I mean, then again, I also think it's weird when you go up to a place where they have the, point of sale and the person has the tipping bit open, and they didn't walk it over to my table or anything. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve perhaps a tip, but I've seen people who are very, very rude, who stand at that point of sale, and they will be like, here's your coffee. And then you're like, all right, well, it's an overpriced cup of coffee and you've been very mean. And then they will tap that little screen like, give me an additional $4 or I'll make you feel bad. And I'm like, no, please don't. I'm socially awkward. I'm autistic. I have enough problems with this exchange. Don't do this to me. They can't help it. Because, I guess... sad to say, that's kind of the civilization we built for ourselves, isn't it? Alright, my cruisers are coming in now. I'm bringing in my heavy cruisers. It's on now. And these guys are healing over like crazy. Hell yeah, triple 11-inch guns on a cruiser, that's badass. Alright, destroyers. They're probably gonna try to get me. Guess what? I got torpedoes too, bitch. Except some of them just exploded. That's not so good. Oh. Oh, that's a hit. There we go. That's the business. See, I'm always split on that whole tipping thing. Like, I always tip well if I go out to a diner or something, and somebody has to put up with, you know, my friends who are as awkward as I am, and, you know, all of our orders of very specific things because we're all autistic, so, you know. It's one of those jokes I love to say is like, welcome to Asperger King, home of the extremely specific mumble. But, yeah, it's one of those things where if someone's willing to put up with my neurotic friends, and all of our weirdness, I always tip them really well. You know, I tip like 20% because I don't go out and eat all that much. Going out to eat is rare for me. I'm a homebody. I like my pile of books. I like my library. I like cooking at home. But so, I always feel awkward because some of these places will have a point of sale. Like, you step up to the point of sale and you've literally ordered a cup of coffee. Just one cup of coffee. And the person turns 90 degrees, puts the paper cup under the, you know, thing, pulls the spigot, out comes the coffee. And then that is as much service as they've done. They've not even done so much as a smile in most cases. And, you know, for that whole movement of the body and the arm, they are charging me, you know, $4 or $5 because inflation and all that shit. But it is what it is. They charge me $4 or $5, and then they tap the little screen like, please give me an additional $4 or $5. And I'm like, $8 for like just a cup of plain black coffee? It doesn't encourage me to go out and buy coffee. It encourages me to just carry it around all the time. Perhaps I'm neurotic. I don't know. But I'm going to try to bully them. I'm not going to go gentle into that good night. My cruisers are going to beat the shit out of them. They beat the hell out of my battleship fleets with their super cruisery bullshit, which is bullshit. It is absolutely hands down bullshit. I don't care for them. And they killed the Muffin Beard. I know the Muffin Man. I know the Muffin Man. So you know what I'm going to do? In the name of the Muffin Man, I'm going to elbow drop all these motherfuckers. The war has only begun. So, the Pacific Squadron they have was actually quite sizable, and now it's going to die. The Atlantic Squadron they had was actually quite sizable and beat the shit out of my Atlantic Squadron, including my Museum Squadron, which I was not cool of. But, say, me being able to do this at least will at least give me some sense of emotional well-being. You know, I'll be able to go to the taxpayers and be like, I am not completely incompetent. Some of their ships did explode. And these cruisers are badass. Not to say my battleships weren't. It's just that when 2 battleships fight 100 ships, not gonna work well. You know? Bismarck found that out. It's just like, you can't fight a whole fleet by yourself. Yamato found that out. It doesn't work well. That and I outgunned them, so this feels good. I want to burn them to the ground. Oh no, flash fire on my boys. That's bad. That's not good. That's a lot of closed casket funerals. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, so we're gonna do our best. I'm hoping to sink this battlecruiser of theirs. I'm not sure if I will, because he's got pretty good armor. I'm managing to get through the superstructure Oh no, I'm getting through some of the armor. Getting through some of the armor. Got through some of the armor aft, which is good. Because there's not a lot of these heavy cruisers, but there's enough of them to actually put some hurt on it. Yeah, I think I might get this guy. Fuck you. Burn. Burn in the fires of Sorg, brother. Burn from on high. I have seen you, and I will castigate you, and I will burn you. I will see you consumed with the fiery flame of righteousness. Sorry, anyways, let's just see him burn a little bit. It'll be fine. Number go up, monkey brain like. He gonna die. I hope to burn the rest of their navy down. That'll make me feel better. Yeah. God, look at the crew. I've burned this crew to cinders. Yeah, catch me outside. How about that? Lead ship leading the flock. Alright, let's kill that cruiser. And then that light cruiser if we can. Oh, he's trying to leave. He's trying to leave. He's like, no like. Yeah, wait till I can put the main battery on you, son of a bitch. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, that guy just surrendered. He's like, nope. Done. Alright, I'm gonna end this battle. Man, what a nail biter. Well, I got some of my victory points back, but not really. What a nail biter. So, yeah, they're winning by a margin, by a very large margin so far. But I might be able to take their territory over here. They're definitely, yeah, they took Copenhagen from me, which is not great, but you know, meh. It's my response. It is what it is. I'm not gonna cry over it. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, all right, good enough. All right. Oh no, it says that he's pulling out more dudes. This is gonna end badly because I'm having to repair a bunch of shit. All right, you know what? Let's see if they'll. No chance of a peace treaty. Fuck. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna moth all these to get more crew on the other things because I have a few of these things ready. All right. I have 2 battleships and 2 battle cruisers. I'm gonna move them out. That's what I got for now. This is a Hail Mary. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can like actually do something about it. Please. Please. This is where you just start playing Tom Waits music, like God's Away on Business. That is a trippy music video. Oh yeah, Gone. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. But I don't think they're gonna win these ones over here. Oh, they're gonna try to invade. Oh no, they are actually succeeding. They are going to try to invade northern Spain. Germany wants northern Spain. Oh my god. This has gone ruthless. But at any rate, that's where I'll end this Let's Play. Holy shit. We got schooled. See you guys next time.